Has to do it.
6 o'clock time for the meeting. We have a quorum. Clerk, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Harry Adams.
Here.
Brittany Branham.
Here.
Shag Branham.
Here.
David Gearhart.
Here.
Mike Lafferty.
Here.
B.D. Nunnery.
Here.
Roy Roberts.
Here.
Don Lewis.
Here.
We have a quorum. We'll do invocation, and anybody volunteer to do the invocation?
No.
All right. Jack.
Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to serve the city that we all love. Give us the strength and guidance so that we can make decisions based on your wishes. In Jesus Christ, this I pray. Amen.
Girl, please stand, face the flag, and move your covers. Say it in the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Approve the bills.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion to approve the bills. Need a second. I have a second. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? All right, visitors. Let me start the back of the room. Mary Meadows is back with us. She left us for a while. Thought we'd run her off, but she's back, so we're glad to have you back there. Eddie Campbell, City Utilities, if you have any questions. Cliff Letter, we'll get to later. Doug Hyde with Maverick, we'll get to later. But Dave Freeland from the Corps of Engineers, he is the resource manager over at the park. Dave, would you mind telling us a little bit about it? Just introduce yourself to the council here.
Sure, thank you. My name is David Freeland, and I was recently assigned to the Dewey Lake, the Big Sandy area, where I'm working with the Corps of Engineers, and I've taken over the position for TC Music, who retired back last June, I think, and my assignment date began on the 21st of August. So I spent from then until now trying to get the lay of the land and trying to figure out the community and working too with some of the issues that we have going on at the lake and the dam. We certainly want to be able to work with the city of Prestonsburg and certainly the other community that is coming in and taking advantage of the resources out of the lake. And we appreciate y'all's support. We hope too that you guys can come out and spend some time and visit with us at the lake as well.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
The wildlife management area, when is it up for release up on it again?
I'll have to get back with you. I'm not really sure. I think that they just recently went through and did some updates to that, but I can definitely try to get back with you.
Get back to these guys on it, so that's...
Sure.
What's your...
I just think that, I mean, that wildlife management area that occupy that whole side, that deed, I think last 40 or 50 years. Like
It is. It does keep us being able to do anything we want to in there as long as we jump through the hoops and the wildlife management, fish and wildlife signs off on it. It hasn't restricted us any yet.
I don't think it has. I mean, I just think it's worth debating. I mean, honestly.
Okay.
Well, that's fine. If you don't mind, I'll do some homework on that.
That'd be great.
We can come back and debate it.
I don't know anything about it.
Real quickly, I want to tell you all about Mr. Freeland. He came in right in the middle of the pool, and all that area was trying to lease the beach, and he's pretty much had his hands full of just dealing with the city of Prestonsburg. I'm pretty sure he sees something come across my name, like he's like, oh no. But he has worked feverishly with us, and we've had some setbacks due to government bureaucracy, and I will say it has not come from the Corps of Engineers. They've been wonderful to work with. They've got things out quickly. They've got things out effectively, and they've gotten back in their hands. We ran into stalls in Frankfurt when we had problems, but I think those stalls in Frankfurt have been opened up for us. So, Dave, you might not see as much coming across from it if we get it approved pretty quick. Thank you. I wish I had Steve and Jan Russo. They started appearing in their meetings, and which tickles me to death. I love to see people get involved here. And if y'all haven't had an opportunity to look on Facebook at Rocketing Around Prestonsburg, Steve has one of the most informative, exclusively Prestonsburg Facebook posts there is. He just lists what's going on. It's an event page, basically.
Yeah,
yeah, sure is. All right. Now we're going to hear from Maverick Insurance. As you all know, last year we voted to keep the same insurance company for a 2-year period because we only have one company apply or to actually bid on it. So Doug Hyden is here. He's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on. I will tell you what I know right now is I got a letter from Durant Hall. the cost has went up right at 5% overall. But that is with Kimi, which is our compensation, is that right, Doug? It went up 9% itself. So we really was low on the other end. So that's pretty impressive, because we have had some lawsuits come in, we all know about it, and it's just the way it is. So if there's any questions, or Doug, you want to give a quick statement about it?
Well, you pretty much kind of summed it up. You know, you had a 5% increase overall with a 9% on the Kinney side. So I guess what's important going forward is maybe the city getting with EMC and Kinney and maybe looking at the loss prevention programs and maybe seeing if there's some additional things that we can do going forward to maybe prevent some of these claims. Most of them have been injuries, obviously. Maybe work towards that, maybe we can get it back down next year.
He has mentioned to me that EMC will take care of some safety classes. That was, I think he was going to get them to take a quick look at it and see where claims are and see what can help us most. So that is the price is $270,000, and I'm going off memory 566. Yeah. So that's 5% over the year overall. Pretty darn good.
Not bad considering the claims.
Yeah. It could have been a lot worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, that makes it a lot more. Do we need approval on that? Okay, I need a,
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
aye.
All opposed? All right, I'll sign, I'm assuming that's in the package up. It's in.
Yeah, is there anything we can do to make him have to stand up and talk?
I think we could if he wants to.
I think that we need to understand more about this lost summary city president. No, I'm sorry, that's on Jennifer. She's got to go. She got vacation.
Yeah, Jennifer's early.
You're on my time.
We'll get you.
It seems like I spend most of my time either at board education or municipalities. I'm quite used to it, yeah.
So
We
going
see
in,
him jogging at 3, don't we?
yeah. Going into unfinished business. Second reading of ordinance number 08-2018. This is an area of US 23 from Water Gap intersection back up towards Town Branch.
An ordinance of the city of Prestonsburg, Kentucky, by which the city states its intent to annex into city corporate limits certain real property located from the existing city limits of South US 23 to existing city limits of North US 23.
I need a motion.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
Discussion.
You're just closing gaps where they annexed here and annexed there and filling in that gap.
Yeah, there's been so much just sporadic, and I think some of these were actually initiated in the 90s and never was finished. We never had second readings. So we're just closing in, trying to get everything wrapped up so we're a tighter group. No more discussion. I need a roll call vote.
Harry Adams,
Yes.
Brittany Branham,
Yes.
Shaq Branham,
Yes.
David Gearhart, Mike Lafferty,
Yes.
B.D. Nunnery,
Yes.
Roy Roberts,
Yes.
John Lewis.
Yes.
So we need second reading of ordinance number 09-2018, so vacant property registration.
An ordinance of the Prestonsburg City Council establishing registration procedures for vacant or abandoned foreclosed property located in Prestonsburg city limits. I'll put that in motion.
I have a motion, I need a second. Discussion. Being no discussion, I need a roll call vote.
Harry Adams,
Yes.
Brittany Branham,
Yes.
Shaq Branham,
Yes.
David Gearhart,
Yes.
Mike Lafferty,
Yes.
B.D. Nunnery,
Yes.
Roy Roberts,
Yes.
John Lewis.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Second reading of ordinance number 10-2018.
An ordinance of the city of Prestonsburg, Kentucky, annexing into the city corporate limits certain real property located from the existing city limits of Route 321, including all right-of-ways along roadway ending at Bays Ranch.
I need a motion.
So,
I have a motion, need a second. I have a second. Discussion.
This what ties it from 23 all the way across the hill, like from the hospital.
Correct. Yes. Second, I need a roll call vote.
Harry Adams,
Yes.
Brittany Branham,
Yes.
Shaq Branham,
Yes.
David Gerhart,
Yes.
Mike Lafferty,
Yes.
B.D. Nunnery,
Yes.
Corey Roberts,
Yes.
John Lewis.
Yes.
Second reading of ordinance number 11-2018.
Trying to find it. Not succeeding. Don't have it.
Roadway past the
So
golf
was
course.
ordinance.
No, that's a mistake. That's the golf course turnoff.
An ordinance of the city of Prestonsburg, Kentucky, annexing into the city corporate limits certain real property located from the existing city limits of Route 302, including all right-of-ways along roadway ending existing corporate city limits on Route 302.
No, one of them is,
That's near the.
one of them is 23 to Base Branch, and the other one is the Golf Course Road to Base Branch.
Okay, yeah.
You're boxing it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I may have the road numbers backwards.
All right. I need a motion.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
Discussion. We need to amend anything?
Yeah. If it's not stated correctly, you have to have it stated correctly, yes.
If it's stated correctly.
The roadway's right, I may have my descriptions backwards.
Yeah, the description on this is back, but the description on here is right.
Is the description on your resolution that you're reading correct?
The ordinance is correct.
Okay, as long as it's correct, then you're fine.
The ordinance is correct,
Okay.
yes. All right. Been no discussion? I need a roll call vote.
Harry Adams,
Yes.
Brittany Branham,
Yes.
Shaq Branham,
Yes.
David Gerhart,
Yes.
Mike Lafferty,
Yes.
B.D. Nunnery,
Yes.
Corey Roberts,
Yes.
and John Lewis. And those
Yes.
intents were done in 14, I think. They were just never completed.
All right. Any other old business? Any other old business? Go to new business. Approve resolution number 03-2018, municipal roadway.
Resolution adopting and approving the execution of a municipal aid co-op program contract between the incorporated city and the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, Department of Rural and Municipal Aid for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2018, as provided in the Kentucky Revised Statutes, and accepting all streets referred to therein as being streets which are a part of the incorporated city.
I need a motion.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
Before we go to vote, just to let you know, I think it's 65,000 this year. It's 65,000 this year, which is relatively close to what we got last year. There has been a movement from the Kentucky League of Cities to go before the General Assembly to try to get that equation changed. And I'm just going off the top of my head, and Cliff, you probably know this. I think right now, the way it's set up, 80% goes to the county and 20% goes to municipalities, and then it's divided up between all the incorporated personalities, municipalities. Is that correct?
No, I'm not sure. You know.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. It's 80-20. The county gets 80, we get 20, divided up from us, Wayland, Allen, and Martin. And there is a move within the General Assembly to make that more equitable. So that's just a piece of information going along with it. Any more discussion on it? All in favor? All opposed? And the resolution passes. Approved resolution number 04-2018, it's a police car grant.
A resolution of the Prestonsburg City Council of the City of Prestonsburg, Kentucky, adopting proper forms for the execution of the USDA Rural Development Police Car Grant and authorization to execute documents.
I need a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Need a second? Discussion. This is the,
What's the restrictions on it or anything?
the restrictions are that we have to designate cars and they have to come from low bid. We have to go through the procurement method, and they're paying 50% 55%, we're paying 45%. Or, no, they're paying 45, we're paying 55%. We are slowly, our maintenance costs have went down like, how much, Chief? Since we started getting.
Last year went down probably around $1,100, just for the maintenance on the Fords, not any of the new parts that we got or the combos that we got. They're all mostly the-
Previous to start putting the new cars in, what was it running?
Anywhere from 3 to 4,000.
So we're down about a third of what we did at monthly, so. All right, any more discussion? Need a motion? Oh, that's right, we did vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution number 05-2018, it's also a police car grant. Need a motion? Oh, yeah, you better. It's gonna read pretty much the same.
Actually, it's a little different.
A resolution of the City of Prestonsburg, Kentucky, authorizing the mayor to make application for and upon approval to enter into an agreement with the USDA to execute any documents which are deemed necessary by USDA to facilitate and administer the project and to act as the authorized correspondent for this project. This resolution also establishes procurement policy for any USDA-approved project for fiscal year 2018 application cycle. That's different.
Could we include all that in one ordinance?
No, you wanted,
He has to have two separate.
he was
And
here
we-
Friday, he
And we
specifically.
wonder why it takes so long to get stuff done.
I'll make a motion for this one also.
I have a motion, need a second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Y'all have a list of our accounts and what's going on with them right now. Every quarter, of course, you get a profit loss. Be right back. 2 seconds. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask them. Michael is on vacation. If I can answer them, there's a good chance that Sharon can. Everybody okay? All right, we do need to go into executive session for just a minute. We have some property issues we looked at. 61.810 subsection B have to do with real property sales and acquisition. We need to go into executive session in just a few minutes and take care of that. It shouldn't take long at all. So if everyone please excuse. Oh, I need a motion
for executive session.
I got a motion in a second. All in favor? Aye. All right.
That's the only job I got.
I need a motion to come out of executive session. Make a motion. I have a motion in a second. I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Nothing coming out of executive session today. So last thing is Cliff is with Von Melton, and he's going to step outside his great citizen for the city of Prestonsburg to his Von Melton position and just give us 3 quick thumbnail right sketches of what's going on.
Baker, there are 5, I mean, for the council's sake, I think there's 5 things y'all need to be aware of. The Trimble Branch project, which I can't talk about it without mentioning Sharon again. She made the extra $80,000 happen for the city. It's not going to be out any money. It will go out to bid very soon. And it should have already been in, and all honesty, I just got a little sidetracked and actually talked to a man about it. On the May Branch project, it had been gone to the engineering design, and we have made changes. Les and all of us met the field, and that's what we're evaluating now. That will be submitted real soon. The budget numbers we're not sure on yet. We've got a pretty good lot of money. Hopefully, we'll have enough to do it, and if not, magic girl, maybe we can do it again.
We'll apply for the grant, yeah, we'll apply for a grant again on that.
The Rails to Trails project is moving along really well, in my opinion. I think, the survey was a little, you're going to catch, work that old, that continues, you're going to catch some hiccups here and there, but we're in good shape. So good a shape that we have gone the next step. The environmental documents have been submitted to, I guess, AML, and they will submit it to the feds. So we're real close to getting approval. I don't anticipate any environmental problems whatsoever. And so it's just a matter of jumping to a few hoops and we should get permission to really kick that thing into high gear and stuff. Those are all ongoing. The other, which, you know, most of y'all probably don't know, Les and I have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes on the West Prestonsburg Bridge. And we're trying to find a solution that suits, you know, the overall with the city. And it's a sort of timing issue, but it will be coming up and stuff. And, but other than that, the only other thing, this is new, the build program, which replaced the Tiger, is currently ongoing. And I'm looking for projects to submit for Prestonsburg. So any ideas y'all got? It's infrastructure related, it's run through the USDOT. I'm all ears, so just let me know. And there any questions?
Cliff, on the Trimble Branch project is farther along, because everybody keeps asking, well, what's the scope of the project? I mean,
The scope of the project is basically, there are limits on what FEMA will do with the money as far as storm size. Basically what we're going to do is hopefully fix it for the water from the upper reaches, there where it's left from, I still call it an alley house, just split it, and pick it up there. So if you don't just go right below your house, it comes back to open channel. But we're trying to get it all the way down to the
Forks there, the forks that comes back under the road. Is that the Valley House,
Yes,
the Park
yes.
House?
Yeah,
Under the road?
Yes.
There in front of William Beatrice's
That's
house.
what we, I mean, I'm old school and stuff. At Astor's house.
Ashford's house.
That might help you. But basically, we're hoping that stretch from there down to the park, is that we'll be able to do it to where it won't completely eliminate the flooding from some of the events we have, but it will vastly improve it. You know, then the next step, ladies and gentlemen, is to take it across Trimble. I mean, bring it across this and all the way through. And Eddie, who's last, has been, the utility, they're on board, was trying to help us find a solution for that, so that'll fix all that.
It'll get the bottom done, I don't know how much relief we're gonna get. I mean, the water flow backs up from here back, so, I mean, if the water, I'm just worried if we're gonna fix
Well,
the top part,
if you
get
stop,
water coming.
if you stop on your way home tonight and look at there at the park, you've got to pipe this deal. That's it. I mean, it's going to stop there.
It's got 5-foot drains.
It's going to jump across.
Yeah.
And that's why, to me, this is critical. We've already, a couple of years ago, Les and I got some state support for the crossing. This work here will improve the flooding on 4th Street. It does a lot, and we just need to keep it on the agenda. It's just one step at a time. We're behind.
With the FEMA, we can only do what FEMA will let us do, and that's all they will let us do.
Well, Cliff, when I served on the council that was going to, for the school system, when they were thinking about the school placement for the elementary school, the guy from Whitesburg that was doing he wanted it here. And the reason he wanted it here, he could fix the drainage by creating, and he had done it at one school, I think in Letcher County maybe, where they built basically a large creek through the property.
My preference would be an open channel and then crossing and stuff.
Yeah, he said that would alleviate any of the problems up there and also allow it to be pushed in easier.
It's
She's
cheaper.
doing it across the bridge.
But you don't have you got an even property issue, et cetera, et cetera. It's just something, again, throughout the year, Prestonsburg is falling behind and we're last, everybody doing their best to catch up, which is a lot at one time and stuff. So.
If we own this property, it'll be a lot easier to fix it.
Sometimes it don't mean to.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions for Cliff?
Now, can I have a question for y'all?
Yes, sir.
When can we get public Wi-Fi in here?
We've got it someplace.
Well, I don't have it here, where I'm here.
Well,
No, I mean, it's something to think about. I mean, that's 26 or so.
we'll work on that. We've got to lock you out of everything else.
I don't.
Just make sure it requires a password that he doesn't get access to.
But now, you know, anytime you got a project or anything like that, let me know. I mean, you know, if there's something we can change, we will. The bill project's big, I think, and it is highly competitive, but it is targeted for 30%, you know, which is almost $500 million for rural. And last year's round went real well for Kentucky. So it gets you optimistic. I know, you know, everybody else will be doing it, and, you know, if we don't do it, if we don't ask, we won't get it, so we'll help with that.
without being, and I'm not trying to be funny or smart on it, Cliff has unique ways of finding funds. He don't care a bit to ask. He really doesn't, I promise you.
Did you have my wife? Start more money in my wallet?
No, we're not talking about it.
All right, thank you, Cliff.
All right, am I free?
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments from the council from the floor? If not, I need that motion. That motion to adjourn, a second, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Sure.